Hello. Jesus. Sorry about that. I'm having some, like, really weird technical difficulties. A lot of the text has disappeared from my desktop. So I just was trying to sort that out. But it's fixed now. I think, anyway. Ah. Okay. Right. Still happening, but that's okay. I can deal with that later. Now, I can't really remember what we're up to, but I don't think we've made it very far in the main game anyway. We've done a lot of exploring. Oh yes. I can't remember what we did anyway. Can't imagine it was that important. Where's the map? Why? There we go. So the main quest is all the way up there. And to actually get there we have to go through... Oh Jesus. We have to go from here through there up to here. But we'll... I remember that. That's where I kept getting my ass kicked. Okay. We'll go and see what's up here.
Then one day, gazing towards the horizon, the Queen spotted Lyrian banners whipping about in the wind.
At long last,
She said with a smile. Niamh resolved to speak with the commander, one Baronet Eldar. It was the first time they met, and the youth very much impressed her. Yet instead of questioning Eldar about the foe's troop movements, Reynard took the conversation down a seemingly irrelevant path.
And how's your father, if I may ask? In good health, I hope?
Yes, though he still nurses that bump he suffered while hunting last winter. Yet he's not one to complain. I'll tell him you asked.
Irritated at the trivial nature of the conversation, Niamh gave her horse a dose of her reins and cantered off. Once Eldar and his men were safely behind them, she took Reynard aside.
Right.
Reynard, this is no time for gossip and pleasantries. We are at war.
Yes, Your Majesty. And in such times, little should be taken at face value. Even a man's name.
Get to the point, Reynard.
Eldar's father died a month past. His son, I venture, should have known as much.
But that means... Oh, the bastard. Impeccable accent, though.
I fear he's rather representative of what we face. Nilfgaardian spies are ever well prepared.
Oh.
Tell me, how did you know?
He wears no mourning on his armor. Were it not for that, I dare say I might never have guessed.
What the fuck am I stuck on? Fuck me. Gosh, it's like trying to stream in a shoebox. Fuck. Okay.
What are your orders, Your Grace? To observe these Nilfgaardian mummers?
Send scouts after them. They're to be watched
Assemble
closely.
a force. Tell them to follow our new allies. Observe them closely.
As you wish, Your Grace.
Reynard's scouts did as ordered, watching the false Lyrians while themselves remaining unseen. Soon after, a scout returned with news that the false Lyrians seemed headed for Rastburg, a castle several leagues to the north.
No. I feel like maybe it should just not have to wait for me to continue on that. Maybe it should just do it itself, because I'm putting down the controller every time to let the guy talk.
House, barn, granary.
black-clads burnt it all down. Begged 'em, my lady. On hands and knees. They just laugh. We offend their empress some ways, your majesty. We offend their empress.
No, Nilfgaard just wants everything. And are pretty capable of doing that, I think. Pretty tough. So I think we've been down here. I don't know if we could get in there. But we got that, so I'm gonna guess that we at least tried. Oh, oh god. Hello.
The false Lyrians approached Rastburg Castle. They sought to convince the defenders to open the gate. As their commanders negotiated with the commander on the ramparts, the remaining infiltrators crouched hidden behind a wall, awaiting the signal to rush forth.
Time for Baronet Elder to join his falsely claimed father,
muttered the Queen.
Follow me!
Oh god. Ooh, let's see how this ends. This is a shortened battle. But... ugh. This battle will only last one round. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's okay.
They found us! They ain't got not to eat!
So that does damage an enemy by 2 whenever an ally appears. Okay, that one's cool. Strengthen all copies of this unit in hand, deck, and on the battlefield by 2. And next summon enemy uses its horror ability, boost self by 2 and gain 2 armor. Right.
Got any victuals? Hungry like a wolf, I am.
Fuck me, that's loud. So what's this move? Damage a random enemy. Okay, they can stay there. Skits. Actually, no, not yet.
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
What was that? Where's all this health coming from? How much does that do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. So we can get rid of these. Or that, rather. Bloody hell.
One bullet's all I need.
Josh, what's every turn boost an adjacent unit? What's doing damage? Is that like his ability or something? Because that is some bullshit. That's the case. For fuck's sake. What?
Hail Herzer.
Fake clearing marked on enemy turn start. Oh, after 3 turns on turn start, transform it into a pikeman and move it to your side. That's dumb. What's this? Boost a unit by 10. Oh god.
Yes.
Each adjacent unit from your deck.
What? Who dares?
Oh, there we go.
take it anymore. Give me a target.
Alright. Eventually there's not going to be much I can do because they're getting all filled out. And he's got 10 cards left. Which actually isn't that bad. We might be okay. Who do I want to boost? Let's boost him, I guess.
El Herzer.
Charge. Play the top blitz unit from your charge. It just has a 1. What does that mean? Charge 1. Oh, maybe it only has 1 charge. That could be it. What just happened?
Arbalist at your command.
Good. I'm glad that's a thing. And we're frozen. That was close. Are you fucking kidding me?
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
Oh my god.
Should have listened to me, old lady.
Some enemy uses its aura ability boost self. Seems overpowered. Alright, this is
not to reason why.
literally all we can do now. So we just have to kind of hope that they don't go above our score.
Yes. Seifel!
El Herzer.
Yes.
I don't think he can win. Yeah, he's got no space, so it just is kind of petering out. Cool.
The
He was
castle is secure. Your
trying to
Grace.
steal our units, but he didn't have any space, so they just gave it to us.
The Nilfgaardians found themselves in a clinch. As boiling oil and tar rained down on them from the walls, they attempted to retreat. Yet Meave's halberdiers cut off their path, and at the fight's end, Meave was victorious. The garrison commander now knelt by the body of the purported Baronet Eldar, in truth a Nilfgaardian spy. He shook his head in disbelief.
He addressed me by name. Knew our watchwords. Why, if you hadn't come along, Your Grace, I fear even to think on it.
Let this be a lesson then. Trust no one, not a living soul.
Alright.
Though victory was theirs, the Lyrians left Rasburg in mightily low spirits. They now knew well that Nilfgaard's spies were no less a threat than its heavy cavalry, than its war machines that spit fire.
Jesus.
Milady, if I may, the enemy yet lurks. You must bolster your force. You must incorporate a detachment from my unit.
Thanks.
Oh, the times, the world, the day. Can't even tell friend from foe. Treachery round every corner. Black lads may have more mounts and machines, but they've no honor, not an ounce.
Does anyone have honor in The Witcher? I guess some have like
What
a
the devil is going on?
some
Where are
sense
our
of honor.
reinforcements? Why does Willem not ride out to face the foe, relieve besieged towns?
I can't say, Your Grace. We haven't had a single scroll from the Prince.
Gods be damned. I've the impression I'm alone in fighting the Blackclads.
Oh, maybe our son is like, he's turned. He's a Nilfgaardian sympathizer now. For himself. Hey Ken, how you doing? Yeah, that was my kind of impression. Everyone out for themselves, at least in The Witcher. Increase the number of trinkets. Can I get anything else? Yeah. Because most are very, very eager to sacrifice others so that they can live. We've seen that
Yes, Your
probably
Grace.
hundreds of times
It's time I
in The Witcher 3. Even more so in the other games. Okay, I guess we'll just make our way. And when we're a bit stronger, we might go back down here and do this. Majesty, there are people inside, undoubtedly locked themselves in to keep safe from the Nilfgaardians, but the devils have set it alight. We must do something. The roof is beginning to give way. Yeah, we can afford to do that. Ooh. Yep.
Beware, my lady. Keep a keen watch. Heard the thunder of hooves from the high road. Cries for horses.
Oh my god, there's like a shit ton of loot around here. Which makes me think they want me to be upgrading something. Where I'm kind of just upgrading.
Neve's retinue was riding
At
through a
any
narrow
point.
gully when a shrill cry cut the air.
En van den order!
The gully came alive, and soldiers in black armor rushed forth. A cry in turn went up and down Neve's ranks. Ambush!
Okay. Shortened battle. Lyrians closed in a tight circle, forming a barrier between Queen and their foe. Maeve was safe, and yet she could not sit idle. She spurred on her steed and rode headlong into the throes of battle, in search of the Nilfgaardian commander. She had hoped to ask the Blackclad a few questions, knife to his throat if necessary. Naturally. What's a conversation without some the threat of death looming?
Defensive formation!
New orders? No?
There's even like Nilfgaardians in the background. That's cool. We got a lot of stuff. Like that. I think there's been like maybe 3 all up full-length proper battles. The rest have been shortened or those like minigame ones, which is, I would think, a little strange, seeing as how this is like a card game. I thought there would be lots of the proper battles, but I'm kind of glad, because sometimes even these short ones can drag on a bit. Oh, for
Can't take it anymore.
what's this?
Yep.
Must be an important lesson in this. But what?
Philanthropy boosts self by 6 and gain resilience. Okay. Sure.
Got any medals? Hungry like a wolf I am.
Oh my god. Oh, actually that works out pretty well for us. Yeah, it does seem maybe like they're giving us lots of those shortened battles and minigame stuff to get used to it, because this is technically still the start of the game. So maybe it's just like, here, have some shorter ones so you can get used to it. But I don't know. That's all that would make sense to me. What's this thing? Next time an enemy uses an order ability. Okay. That's fine.
This harvest will be reaping black-clad heads. My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me.
We may not win by as much as we did last time. Oh, they only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They only have 5 cards left. We'll be fine. Probably.
Pays late. Again. Scheiß in Trade!
Good, that was pointless.
Arbalist at your command.
Off to the front yet again.
Oh my god. Oh, so that was the strategy, just make as many of those as possible. Which may actually work. What have we got in there? Nothing really.
My prescription, a bit of bloodletting.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
A highly curious case.
Hey, we win. But let's add insult to injury, shall we?
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
Pretty much
Tell
all
me
we
you
can do.
jest.
We won by a pretty gigantic freaking margin, though.
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
I want them taken alive. I need answers.
Just taking them alive
After
is
the
no
skirmish,
fun.
the Queen's troops brought several Nilfgaardian prisoners before her. Reynard, who had the best command of their mongrel tongue, interrogated. His first question,
Mongrel tongue.
how
Oh
many
my God.
battalions were marching on Dravograd?
Kes Zagdran ep Dravograd Ven.
I'm gonna guess they're not gonna say
The
shit.
prisoners whispered feverishly, then one spoke on their behalf. They would answer no questions until the Queen pledged to free them in return. The Lyrian soldiers saw this as arrogance and said as much.
Conditions they're giving us now?
Best of
Sons
three?
of
Yeah.
whores. I say, we find a tree with a strong bough, several.
That was weird. Yeah, it's the normal card. The normal duels are 3 rounds, but the shortened ones are just the 1. Ugh. Promise to free the prisoners or order your men to hang the prisoners. We do need information, and I can be somewhat,
Ignoring the objections of her retinue, Meve pledged what the soldiers wished. They, in turn, admitted their commander had pushed forward ahead of the army's core force. He now awaited reinforcements that would let him take Dravograd. The prisoners claimed these units would march through the village of Turnifen.
To lay there in ambush. Hold them. They could not join forces.
Reynard whispered, leaning in towards the Queen.
We would gain the advantage for the decisive battle.
Meve had obtained invaluable information, while the prisoners would gain their freedom. Or so it seemed at the time.
okay. Oh, should we execute? Oh, that is a pretty devilish move. Ugh. I'll keep my word.
I would ask you to pledge to not reveal our position to your commanders.
Said the Queen.
Yet so eager were you to share your army's secrets with me that your word is of no value. Leave my sight.
Once the Queen's words had been translated, the prisoners breathed a sigh of relief. Freed, they ran as fast as they could towards a wood, glancing back to make certain there was no pursuit. But Meve kept her promise.
Yeah. Oh, that's morale tanked too. I got an achievement too. I find, and you've probably seen, in the games that have these kind of choice-based things, whenever I tend to be as bloodthirsty as possible, it usually bites me in the arse. Pretty bad. And to be fair, I am bloodthirsty most of the time. So, you know, it's also frozen again. I don't like how often that's happening. Oh, here we go. This is a standard battle. So it's just a water hag. Oh no, we've got no lowered stats. Booger. God. That's a lot of cards. After 5 turns on turn start, spawn torrential rain on any row only once per battle. Every turn on turn end damage a random enemy by 1. Shit, sure, okay, we're weakened by 4. Okay. Not a great amount of health. Fucker. Did not mean to do that. Shit. Oh, good. Oh, this is going to be one of those, isn't it? Where I'm just going to be peppered until I'm really annoying. Annoyed. Well, potato, potato. It's okay, it is. Just a bit higher res than the standard one. The WoW one, rather. Oh god. Do you remember
hungry like a wolf I am.
Or did you ever watch the WoW music videos that they did for a while? One of the most popular ones was a song called I Am Murloc. It was fairly catchy actually, I don't mind it. But people were obsessed for a while. Okay, these can die. I don't care if they die, that actually helps us. Yeah. Oh, that brings back some childhood memories. Oh, really?
One bolt.
Square there in front of band. Yeah, was that theirs? Or I felt that was like when Machinima was the big thing, right? Because there was just so much Machinima stuff, and like that's what making certain types of videos was called for so long, was making Machinima. Not that no one calls it that anymore, at least none that I know of. Oh, that, I mean, that's actually kind of cool. I like that. That kind of thing. You know what? I think we may... Let's use this ability again. We might end the turn because the Water Hag has like no cards. And if we keep these, we have a pretty decent chance of... For fuck's sake. Do I want to use this? Yeah, you know what? We will. I want to use up as many of their cards as possible. It's kind of bullshit. Alright, we'll pass. Yeah, I know I lost. I think we're good. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That needs to fuck off. I don't like that there. Yeah, I used to listen to those. I Am Murloc was the first one I saw because someone showed me, and I listened to the rest of them. They were all... some of them were like parodies. I think all of them were parodies, actually. Just WoW parodies. But I used to watch... Because I think when I started watching them, I hadn't played WoW. So that was like how I got my WoW fix for a while, until I eventually got it. Thus begun the addiction to MMOs for a substantial amount of time. Summon all copies, play a copy of each. None of them have order.
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
Oh, it passed. Clever girl. If I put this down... Oh, actually, we can just use this. Why the fuck can I not pass once I've used one of those abilities?
This harvest,
what's the point?
Reaping black-clad heads.
Interesting noise. Fairly confident we can win this. Unless that thing just has some bullshit cards.
Again and again and again.
Oh, would you look at that?
An army's a waste of time for one like me.
My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me.
Again? Oh my god.
Left, right, left, right.
Okay.
Give me a target.
I think we'll be okay. I don't. That Nilfgaardian one was just like a big old damage spike. Difficulty spike.
There's a time to reap, a time to sow, and a time to...
Company! Forward march!
Our ballista, your command. Should
That's not too
listen to
bad.
the old lady.
Wait, what do these do on death? Damage all units on this row by 3. Oh, they blow up. Just like in the main game.
Armor was.
So close.
Time I taught you some respect.
Yeah, I didn't think so. That's kind of powerful. Jesus.
I'm coming, I'm coming.
That's all we can do. Unless they've got one just majestic card, I think we'll be okay. Yeah, we're fine. We still have relatively the same cards we started out with, except a few additions. Which is weird. They seem to be carrying us quite far. Malcolm, the roads are perilous. More blackclads than mosquitoes out there these days. Getting to Dravigrad is bloody impossible. For now, I've hidden the goodies in a secret box on the side of the inn opposite the temple. We can decide how to move it once the shitstorm's calmed a bit. Until then, try not to die. Oh, there's a lot of stuff here. I don't think so. I mean, it could be. I don't even know if there are like card rarities here, because it seems like we have. Where's our like? Is it this thing? Yeah, we only can make them. We can't. Like find them. Unless later we can buy them, but like, see, there's gold. Oh, so there's different standards of cards. Premium, standard, gold and bronze, and then there's these trinkets and stuff. Oh, for God's sake. I'm assuming we'll get, you know how in like the main game you got cards based off Geralt and all the main characters. I imagine you'll get that in this too, so maybe they'll be kind of extra special. But so far it's kind of, you know, I hope you like the same cards over and over again. Guess we'll just keep on keeping them. Oh good, more
The Even
racism.
Company passed by a village evidently pillaged by the Nilfgaardians. From afar they had heard cries, but as they drew near they recognized them not as cries of grief, but as cursing, cries of anger.
Give him a proper walloping, the scoundrel!
Mercy, good folk! I've done nothing wrong!
The villagers stood gathered near the hamlet's center, surrounding an elf, bloodied and cowering. Stones in hand, the peasants threatened and cursed him. The queen demanded an explanation. A ruddy-faced blacksmith stepped forth and spit.
A Nilfgaardian spy the horse and is, your majesty. He's the one brought him here to raise the village. He's gotta hang.
The other villagers agreed with the smith. The elf fell at the queen's feet and grovelled.
Have mercy, Renner! Save your loyal subject! They lie! They fault me only as I am an elf!
Now normally I would be inclined to be like, okay, maybe the villagers are onto something. but everyone in The Witcher is so horrifically racist that I don't think he's a spy. Like, that didn't even occur to me. He's just the fact that he's an elf, that all these people are trying to kill him.
Whence this certainty of his guilt?
Fucking
Have you any proof?
people,
Asked
right?
Niamh.
Did anyone see him communing with the foe? Did he hold any coin with a foreign stamp?
The villagers eyed Niamh angrily, their hands clenched into fists. Yet none dared utter a word in protest.
Know this. The Blackclads need no reason to pillage our homes. Now stand aside and let this wretch go.
Bit harsh.
The elf tearfully thanked the queen, then begged her not to leave him behind. Instead, he pleaded vehemently to join her retinue.
Your most noble grace, please, I beg you. As soon as you're gone, the Dwan will hang me from the nearest tree.
Okay.
So be it.
Said the queen after a moment's consideration.
Find the quartermaster. He's to put you to work. And now we march.
The villagers gazed with hatred as the company left the hamlet.
Gazed with
When
hatred,
its
eh?
thatched roof huts disappeared beyond the next bend, Niamh breathed a sigh of relief.
These peasants are getting awfully... What do you call it? Awfully... fucking... whatever. I think they underestimate the fact that I will kill them all.
I swear it, Your Majesty. The elf would... I swear it, Your Majesty.
Yeah. Where's your proof? Hello. Your Grace, the merchant has a proposal that may be an interest. In the face of war, he's decided to close shop and has offered to give us all his remaining goods. In return, he requests a few of your men to escort him to the nearest town. We could do that. Easy peasy. Rebellious, defiant. Yeah, that'll do. Very... Because I seem to remember somewhere... No, it's fucking frozen again. I'll give it a second. I seem to remember somewhere in the game saying that the Queen was a very strict but fair. And I feel like maybe they should know not to fuck her over. Alright, I'm gonna have to quit this and start it over again. Why does this keep happening? Oh, I know it's frozen. Ugh. Are you fucking serious? After I just pressed every button on my friggin' keyboard. And then it just crashed. Fuck me. Thankfully the saves are pretty good, so we can't be too far back, hopefully. Here we go. How long is this game? Where's my phone? Ah, it's frozen again. Oh my god. This game is 30 hours long. What the fuck? Why? See if we ever friggin' get to play it. 30 hours for a card game? Fuck. $10-20 sessions. Yeah, I mean, in perspective, it's probably not that bad. It's just very surprising that a game like this is that long. If we can get this to behave for like 2 seconds.
Hey, come on.
Oh. Oh, yeah, okay, so it saved directly after that happened and then crashed. Cool. So this just leads back around there, which we don't need to go to.
Blackclads trampled my son, your majesty. You saw him walking along the road. My lady, I've nae much. Blackclads thick. Ostrich.
Okay. We keep getting stuck on so much shit. The hitboxes for these trees and stuff are a little larger than they need to be, I think. What do we got up here? Bunch of stuff. This isn't really that big of a map. I suppose it has taken us a couple hours to get from the start, and we're kind of only halfway through, but that's probably a good thing, now that I think about it. Really? Fuck's sake. Second and third. There has to be, right? Like, that map is not going to be big enough for a 30-hour game. Although we do tend to finish games a little bit quicker, I've noticed. Sometimes we finish games like 10 freaking hours before. Like, quicker. Oh, for fuck's sake. Depends on how often it crashes, yeah. Very true. Yeah. I don't know what's going on here. This wasn't doing this before. I was having some technical difficulties before the stream, so maybe that's what it is. Your Majesty, the owner of this estate has demanded recompense for wartime damages. He claims you failed in your royal duty to protect his land from the Nilfgaardian invasion. Oh. He'll receive what is owed, lashes, and a place for him and his family in my army. Oh. We do need some morale, so that's good.
Meave's force made its way to the place the prisoners had indicated, a quaint village named Turnifen. And indeed, soon a cloud of dust appeared on the horizon. A large enemy force approached.
We await your order, your grace.
Reynard peered at Meave expectantly. Though her troops were eager to face the invaders in battle, the Queen never gave the signal to attack. Perhaps she did not wish to strain her force before a decisive struggle.
I thought it meant wait till they get a bit closer. Fuck. That's annoying. Oh well. We didn't get that little... You've chosen the lesser of two evils, so I doubt it matters.
Nilfgaardians, you blasphemy.
Alright, on to the next section. Fuck me. Majesty, a landslide on the road blocks our passage. The men can clear the way on your orders, though they are clearly weary from marching in battle. Some coins. That'll do.
So many armed men in me life. Heard them Nilfgaardian. Reinforcements from the capital, milady. Never seen.
A question I am asking myself too.
A dark shadow suddenly cut across the sky. The Queen instinctively brought her shield up, convinced a Nilfgaardian catapult had lobbed a boulder their way. When the boulder landed in the road ahead, it smashed into splinters and proved an empty barrel.
This is what they cast at us. Barrels. Is this some jest?
Well, they're not known for their sense of humour, the Nilfgaardians,
answered Reynard. Neve stood in her stirrups, squinted, peered into the distance, and let out a hearty chortle. For the barrel had been loosed by neither catapult nor trebuchet, but by a rock troll consumed by fury. At what? A company of Nilfgaardian soldiers had pitched camp by the cave the troll called home.
Command your force to help the troll.
Or non-troll,
said the Queen, drawing her sword.
None deserve to die at Nilfgaard's hands. Follow me.
Starting to sound like a certain Witcher. Special rules. Win the battle without letting Shoop die or be captured. Shoop! Oh, I love him already. I don't think... Did we... When we played The Witcher, I think the only time we ever killed a troll was when it gave us no choice. Every other time we let them live.
Larum! Essayan to the Navian!
Wise choice.
Protect the troll!
Every 2 turns and turn start, if the sum of both adjacent units' powers even, damage all units on the opposite row by 1, then move to the other row. If odd, damage all units on this row by 1, including self, then move to the other row. Right, every 2 turns... Powers even, if the sum of both adjacent... Oh, fuck me. Oh, yes. I meant to hit this one. Fuck me.
Got any victuals? Hungry like a wolf, I am.
Order!
Is it even? Right.
Army's a waste of time.
That's
for
not.
one like me.
Really? How am I supposed to do fucking anything about that? I guess like that.
Left, right, left, right.
Ah! It's safe!
Your Grace, the troll, it's a bit unpredictable.
Oh, thank God.
I'm a monster.
Get that the fuck out of here. They know we have another one here. So.
Keep calm, Tiberius.
Is his dog's name Tiberius? That's amazing.
Claw and cat down!
Oh, that I did not mean to do.
Life is mine now. Jericania! Source of the best goods.
Fuck off.
There's a time to reap, a time to sow, and a time to harvest. That will do.
Slowly from the top. Okay.
Pays late. Again.
Just to make sure he survives.
This one's got spirit.
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
Humans good do. Shoop help.
Oh, okay, so good. Let's pass through. You can only pass. So if you pass, oh god, that's like the end of your. You can't put down any more cards for the rest of the round. You can only pass if you haven't made any moves that turn, or if you run out of cards completely.
The Lyrians
kind of
smashed
annoying,
the
actually.
Nilfgaardian force.
And
The
weird.
troll, having grown suddenly pensive, gazed and picked at the invaders' corpses.
Hmm.
Clad in blacks humans. No good humans.
Just so, Sir Troll. The Nilfgaardians are a devious lot. Our land they've attacked most treacherously.
Clad in blacks humans hard. Why no good humans? Big lot armor. You got to. Try morsel of human, you wish?
No, I'm good.
Do you know to whom you speak? This is Her Majesty, your queen.
Greeting your queen. Shoop is me.
There, Reynard. I believe I can manage this. Say, Shoop, you've quite the stockpile of kegs. Do you engage in custom, perhaps?
No. Keg's good for smash when Shoop angry gets. But costume engaging. That what mean?
It means... well, to trade one thing for another. At a profit.
One thing for other.
Yeah, exactly.
For glitter rocks, even.
Yes, if you play your cards right, you might just convince someone to pay you in rocks.
Cards. Cards, kegs, trade, glitter rocks. Oh, Shoop plan got. Shoop gotta go.
So I think he's going to be one of our merchants, perhaps.
Afore human go, Shoop human give. Your queen aid give, your queen aid get.
This card has been added to your army and can be found in the command tent. Elf and onion soup. There is definitely a finger and an ear in that soup.
The troll turned on his heel
So I'm
and
good.
ran out of his cave, his
Yeah, thanks.
destination known only to himself. As she moved to leave, a hunch told Meve the world would yet hear of this troll named Shoop.
I guess we better see what elf and onion soup actually does for us. Oh, create a bronze card. Spawn one of 3 randomly chosen cards from a specified faction and from neutral cards, unless otherwise specified. That's actually not bad. Oh my god, if you go to a place, there's fucking ears and fingers floating in your soup, and they're just like, yeah, and fucking run. Because you might end up in that soup. Is that all that was up here? Yes, it was. We don't really need a fast travel there, do we? Oh my god, that's a big Nilfgaardian camp. Oh, goody.
Look at the palisades. The machines of war. Too many to count.
I cannot fathom it. Has Nilfgaard sent all its forces into Lyria?
No, your grace. But a single army.
Gods protect us.
The Queen uttered a juicy curse. Dravagrad stood before them, Nilfgaardians all round it. 3, perhaps 4 battalions of armoured infantry. Arbalists and cavalry behind them. Trebuchet volleys had punched holes in the walls, while battering rams had twisted the main gate open. But elsewise, the city was mere moments from falling to the foe.
Doomed! We stand not a chance. Nilfgaard outnumbers us twofold. More!
Then our men must put double the spirit into the fight. Double the heart. Lyria!
Emboldened by their valiant queen and commander, the Lyrians charged headlong at Nilfgaard's lines into a hail of bolts and arrows.
This would be so much more epic if it wasn't a fucking card game. Nilfgaardian soldiers were well equipped. Each wore a heavy black plate, a helm topped with black wings, and wielded a tall Pavis shield emblazoned with the golden sun. Illyrians in their quilted jackets and light mail appeared all the smaller and weaker by comparison. Yet they were to prove the imposing Nilfgaardian armour was but a pretense of power. Okay. We're gonna get our ass kicked. No, 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 no.
Attack! Rid this city of all black-clad filth!
Your Grace, I see the commander. We must train our efforts on him.
Okay. So, what do we got?
Got any victuals? Hungry like a wolf, I am.
Very glad!
Let's put this
One
one.
boot all I need.
Good, 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 good. That's what I was hoping. So, then we can... every turn on start, restore a unit to its base power. If it's destroyed, Maeve wins the battle. Restore a unit. Right. So is this going to keep going until this one's been destroyed? Good.
A lesson in humility coming now.
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
Give me a target.
Wow, okay.
Hellcats out!
So he just heals fully. Fuck me. Oh! Play 3 cards to... For anywhere units damage them by 2. Clear all row effects from your side. Immune. Choose an ally on the battlefield and hand add 2 copies of it to your deck. Alright. So, immune. Does that mean she can't be damaged? That's kind of cool. How the fuck are we going to do 20 damage in one go? That is insane.
Off to the front yet again.
Ballista, your command.
Oh, I can't even target him now. Let me get rid of you. There we go.
Quiet! What the gods are we here?
That was optional though, wasn't it? We don't optional eliminate the commander. I think we just have to win. I don't know if I have the cards to try and eliminate him at all.
I'm coming, I'm coming.
Scheiß! In Trey!
There's a time to reap, a time to sow, and a time to die.
Off to the front yet again.
Wow, I don't think we can win this.
Armor won't serve.
It's got way too much health. Unit power.
Quiet!
Yeah.
What the gods are we here?
Fuck, fuck, fuck. Oh! Oh, this is a full battle. Okay. It doesn't make me feel much better, if I'm honest.
Your Grace, there, on the horizon. Reinforcements for the foe.
Hmm.
Aye. Should have listened to me, old lady.
This isn't looking fantastic. So what have we got? Who have we got in here?
Can't take it anymore.
Jesus.
Oh my god! This harvest will be reaping black-clad heads.
You must sweat like a swine in that jacket.
Got any victuals? Hungry like a wolf I am.
God, I hate that. Just taunts me.
Discipline shall bring us victory.
Alright, we just have to hope that they don't have enough.
Sand aplenty.
Hail Herzer. Yes.
Destillat Seifel!
Hail Herzer.
Oh god, what's the last guy gonna be? Yeah. So close, yet so far. Alright. That's actually not bad.
Attack! Rid this city of all black-clad filth!
Your Grace, I see the commander. We must train our efforts on him.
Well, that's weird. Why did he get the first turn? Oh yeah. That'll be good. And that's all I can do. God. Okay, we don't have to worry about those now. And I can't do anything else.
Again and again and again.
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
A lesson in humility coming now.
I wonder if we can try and get this guy to do 20 damage on his own. Because we can get it up to at least 12. Oh, actually, I think I think we have a chance of destroying that thing. Fingers crossed. So we can move these out of the way. That gets his thing up as well. We can put one of these up here.
Got any victuals? Hungry like a wolf, I am.
That is giving him a substantial amount of health to his other units, but that's actually okay. I can live with that. We have to get rid of that. So what's that? That's 18. We need 2 more units. And there's space for 2 more.
An army's a waste of time for one like me.
Aye. Perfect. Oh, I feel so clever. That was big brain mode.
The Nilfgaardians fled in panic, abandoning war machines, shields, and arms, even their wounded. The defenders rejoiced. They laughed boisterously, and cries of delight and chanting could be heard all around. "Warrior Queen," they shouted. "Meve, Meve, Meve!"
Hear that, Your Grace?
I do. No sound rings more lovely to a ruler's ear. Yet rest on our laurels we cannot. Caldwell, the situation in the town, what can you tell me?
Wall breached. Thrice. 400 wounded, near 1,000 without roofs over their heads.
Oh shit.
All nothing compared to the grain stores. Went up in smoke during the siege. And it's some time yet afore the harvest. Your Grace, the war's just begun, I know. All coin should bolster the army, yet if we leave the folk of Dravograd no gold, there will be hunger, with all the attendant discord.
Oh my god. Yeah, okay.
The drought of 1258 I remember all too well. I saw famine, what it drives folk to do, the extremes. A strong army I need desperately, yet not at all costs. The townsfolk need gold to survive till the harvest. Count how much, then give it to the garrison commander.
As you command, Your Grace?
The battle we've won, there's just the war that remains. And Nilfgaard will strike again, doubt it not. We must move on. Caldwell, ride ahead to Lyria. My son must call a gathering of the Council of Peers. Tell him so. We'll have much to discuss. Reynard and I will follow with the troops. We shall seek out any Nilfgaardian stragglers, prevent them from rejoining the main force.
This card has been removed from your army. Oh shit. This card has been added to your army and can be found fake Florin.
Maeve's 2 adjutants bowed and left the Queen to think. She was hungry, sore from the fight, spent. Yet sensing her soldiers' eyes upon her, she set off for the stable, her gait brisk, her head held high.
I'm gonna need this first. Wasn't there like a chest there somewhere?
These Nilfgaardian boots. Thought 'twas certain as snow comes with winter.
Back here, I think it was, in the middle of the camp. There it is. Hopefully it's got something good in it this time, not like some garbage multiplayer only card, which is just like the biggest cock. In the Gwent multiplayer, okay, you can go fuck yourself. That's actually a pretty good card. I was kind of hoping if we got another one of those, it'd be awesome. But it's fine. Alright, what does that do? Force 2 units to duel. That doesn't really sound that great. Nope. So now, what's this? This is notice board. Gotta go all the way down through here to our capital. I assume it's our capital. Yeah. And we can't go inside the city.
Kings and Emperors fight. Your Majesty, you saved us. And not a Your Majesty, you...
Oh, really? Stop.
Golden armor.
What are they saying? My lady, the villagers fear an attack from Nilfgaardian marauders. They ask you order a group of soldiers to remain, to offer protection.
Golden armor. Golden air.
I mean, it definitely wasn't the luck that led us to that victory. Let's let them believe that it was skill. Bolster morale a bit.
Niamh stood surrounded by advisors, discussing. when all at once they heard a mighty thud.
Bloody hell!
They looked to see a cavalryman who'd clearly fallen from his saddle. The men who'd witnessed the blunder began to jest, only to choke on their laughter as the wretch, having risen to his hands and knees, began to shake and vomit blood. The medic's diagnosis: poison. In spite of his best efforts, the cavalryman breathed his last that very night. Soon, several other riders developed the same symptoms, and at the last shared their comrade's fate. All were buried at the roadside, beneath an old willow.
This looks to be no coincidence,
Reynard said gravely.
Our stores of water. Someone's poisoned them. We must find the fiend. In the interim, your majesty must quench her thirst with wine.
If you say so. Bottoms up, boyos. Glug glug.
Yes, your grace?
Let's get absolutely pissed on the way. That's what your army's commander needs to be, right? Absolutely sloshed.
Lady, a strange boat floated past. Thought it impeded.
Although, if what's this land called again? Whatever. If the world this is set in follows like our own medieval times rule, a lot of the wine was watered down in the oldie times. That's why they would always drink it, and why children would drink it too. It was just like you would just have wine with dinner or whatever, and it was very watered down. So maybe that's why. So maybe we'll be fine. Said the collection of gold is a trying task, but offers it to you for the betterment of the army. Oh, thanks.
Astrologers all Nilfgaardian dwellings increase population. The shadow of death's fallen o'er Illyria.
The fuck does that mean?
Horns sounded. Meve recognized them at once as those of the Lyrian vanguard. She drew her sword and prepared to face the invader. Yet coming down upon her force were not Nilfgaardians, but bearded warriors clad in leather, horned helmets on their heads. This was not so. The queen could not believe her eyes.
Skelligan raiders, this far inland.
But this was no time to be bewildered. Meve spurred her horse. It neighed and reared, and then the twain leapt into the fray.
Fuck me, we can't catch a break at the moment. 150. Skelligers fight differently than the other folk of the north. With a song on their lips, they throw themselves at enemy sword and axe. With an eager smile, they welcome barrages of arrows shrugging off all wounds. It is no small feat to best the islanders in battle, and yet it is possible. As Meve was about to prove. Optional, eliminate Lippy Goodmund. Fucking 150 health.
Reynard, what the devil? Sea raiders here!
After one turn on turn start, force highest unit to do damage by his power. I see. So... fuck me.
Let us put our steel to the test.
Oh, it's only one unit per turn. Okay, that's fine. Doesn't seem to be all units at once, which I thought it was.
Can't take it anymore. Ariel's been chosen. The gods speak to him.
Got any victuals? Hungry like a wolf, I am.
For blood!
Give me a target.
I mean, maybe we could possibly kill this guy?
Wipe ourselves on your vestments!
The fact that he forces us to attack him is actually not too bad.
This harvest, we'll be reaping black-clad heads.
Not extremely helpful that he has just murders everything I throw at him.
What is it?
Okay. So he attacks his own units too. I like that.
Again and again and again.
You wanna pass, you gotta pay. Can't let you through elseways.
I always just assume that they don't attack their own, but I mean, it doesn't specifically say that he won't. It just says force the highest unit to damage him.
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
You've got stones, wench.
You got a bad case of rollers back.
What is that? Oh, there we go. He actually survived. Holy shit.
My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me.
Give us all you got!
So we need to try and have enough cards to outlast him, just so we'll keep attacking his own stuff. This we don't need. That's okay, I guess. Keep that one. We don't need all three of those.
Gotta go!
Reynard, what the devil? Sea Raiders here!
What the devil is this?
Try to win them all, but you won't.
Ariel's been chosen. The gods speak to him.
Can't take any more.
The gods are with us.
For Rivia! For Bran!
Again and
Oh, I should have put that on
again
Middle
and
Road.
again.
He always chooses his units over ours, though, which is
Wipe
nice.
ourselves on your vestments!
Give me a target. Warhawk devour ye!
Whatever. Destroy 2 cards to the right if they were units. Boost self by their combined power. Either was an artifact. Boost self by current power instead. Damage all units. Oh, we can't choose. Alright, whatever.
I promise you a quick
that's kind
death.
of annoying, actually.
Her Majesty knows what she's doing.
This harvest will be reaping black-clad heads.
Gods are blowing fair winds today.
We can bring
You
this.
must sweat
Oh, it's a
like swine
random
in
card,
that
isn't it?
jacket.
Got any vendors? Hungry like a wolf I am.
Ech. It's annoying.
You've got...
Yeah, we've heard it before.
Give us all you got!
They both got the same amount too.
Okay.
This will be pretty close, I think. Maybe not close enough.
Got a bad case of rollers back.
Shit.
My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me.
Ogre Blackhand's taking on new swabbies.
Oh, we still win.
What do you say?
Oh, thank fuck. I didn't want to do that again.
The Skelligers fought hard, fought bravely, brought mayhem. Yet the Queen's ordered, disciplined force won the day. The islanders seemed entirely undismayed at their defeat. A trait of theirs, I must admit, I've ever admired.
Well, you're right scrappy for landlubbers. Lippy Goodman applauds you for your pluck, Queen. When we sup, me and the lads will drink your health.
Oh. Modram. Turn the Skelligers against
That we
Nilfgaard.
shall yet see, sir. We must know something first. What brings you this far inland? What drove you from the sea?
Meve asked, crossing her arms.
Ha! What always drives us? Looting and pillaging. The coast's picked clean since long, so we set our longships up the Yaruga for gold and glory.
Amusing. I always assumed you to be honourable folk.
And who dares to claim elsewise?
Your very actions do so. You've attacked a land preoccupied, a land already at war with invaders, but I suppose it makes sense. You've ever feared to attack Imperials?
The Queen prodded gently.
What did you say, wench?
Goodmund had quickly turned red with rage.
I'll prove just how wrong you are, I will! Why, we'll be drinking mead from Nilfgaardian helmets for sundown! Follow me, lads!
Meve smiled as she watched the islanders gather their gear and prepare to march. She doubted not in the least that Goodmund would honor his pledge.
There we go. I'm sure that'll come in handy. Let's see what this card was. Do I get to turn into a bear or something? Transform a damaged unit into a bear. Alright. See how that goes. I imagine the bear will be kind of strong. I mean, you'd hope so anyway. Oh, we can move a bit quicker now. And I think that's all we can unlock, actually. Everything else seems locked by something. And we're a little quicker. That's
Here
cool.
the damage seems not so great.
It appears Nilfgaard's not yet turned its forces towards the capital. We're likely to encounter no more than pathfinders and foragers.
So I hope.
Yes, that would be good. Oh, there's another puzzle up there. Good. Yep. Oh, for fuck's sake. So far, we've had a pretty decent time. We haven't struggled too much. Well, I haven't struggled too much. Another puzzle.
The Nilfgaardian invasion necessitated certain steps. Niamh had dispatched scrolls to her garrison commanders, based upon which they were to announce general musters. She'd hoped that by the time she reached Crydam, fresh recruits would be waiting to join her growing force. Alas, the commander of this fort, one Sergeant Griggs, had only bad news.
Your Majesty, I've not the numbers to man the walls even. The call to arms brings few new recruits and more men desert each day. Folk are terrified something awful. They don't believe in victory.
Hang them! Offer more soldiers pay.
Since love of country seems insufficient motivation,
Niamh said, standing up from behind the table.
we must make coins speak. Sergeant, announce that all new recruits will receive twice the usual soldier's pay.
Though costly, Niamh's decision brought immediate results. Lured by the promise of gold, townsfolk in droves enlisted with the garrison. The Queen left Crydam poorer, but encouraged, as she had a stronger force in tow.
Excuse me, hang on. Left Crydam poorer. I'm pretty sure I paid for that. Thank you very fucking much.
A contract on a monster. Interesting.
Shouldn't that be the witch's job? Well, a witch's job, anyway. We'll go and see what this puzzle is. It's been a while since we've done a puzzle. Wherever it is. Up here somewhere. Eliminate all foes. According to legend, a mage by the name of Cornelius the White once lived in Crydam. Following a conflict with town elders, he was forced to escape with haste. Before fleeing, however, he first hid his entire fortune in a nearby crevasse. Aware other residents would seek the treasure for themselves, he dared not leave it without a guardian. Hard as a rock. Okay. There are 3 or more copies of this unit. Combine them into a lesser Daal. Spawn 2 bulbs. Right. Okay.
One bolt's all I need.
Shit.
One bolt's all I need. Give me a time.
There's 3 or more. Oh, for fuck's sake. Combine them into a Daal. So I have to just keep killing them, basically, I think. Restraint. Destroy the unit to the right. Okay.
Got any victuals? Hungry like a wolf, I am.
One man's battlefield is another man's ripe patch for harvest.
Oh, shame to waste.
Right. Oh, okay. The fuck am I supposed to do here?
We must trust each other.
That's it. That's all I can do. All right then. I think we're on the right track anyway.
Armor wars.
Can't take it anymore.
We do that. Then
I only use 4 seeds, and sometimes they're quite fresh.
Discipline shall bring us victory.
hey. Okay, that was not nearly as bad. Oh, we got a runestone, which I'm sure is good. I wonder if it is though. Heal all allies and boost them by 2. Not bad. But I think our other stuff's better. How do I get past this gate? I take the long way. The very long way. Your Grace, in the cottage lives a herbalist, whom the local peasants hold in high regard. Her potions and ointments have healed many wounds, saved many lives. Do you wish to procure remedies for stock? Oh, a Dameridium bomb. It's nice to get so many cards now. Restore all enemy units to their base power. That seems like it could hurt us as much as it hurts them. Unless it just means get rid of boosted power. Sure. See, I don't even want to go and find those chests because they're just fucking multiplayer things. And I'm not interested. Not even slightly.
As Meave and company traversed the ruddy meadows, strident voices reached their ears.
I beg your pardon. I've heard enough. A duel. I challenge you to a duel.
A duel? Nonsense. I'd sooner lay you across my lap and give your ass a thorough flailing, you scoundrel.
The Queen approached the arguing
What?
parties. 2 nobles, Lords Cartwright and Mansfield. Quickly she ascertained they were up in arms over ownership of an orchard lying between their estates. Assisting both nobles, their kinsman, armed to the teeth, prepared to leap at each other and crush heads. Upon spotting Meve, the lords lowered their voices, bowed and presented themselves. Yet they could not keep their ire fettered long, and were soon casting aspersions again.
Your Grace, Mansfield has seized it. No, stolen my land. Land that has been in my family for generations.
It is my recompense for your reckless deeds. To burn down me mill in Furchin for a bit of sawdust in your flour? Well, I never.
A bit? Oh, let me at him. Farmhands taken ill, cooks feverish, all from that manure. You are a fraud, sir. A fraud and a thief.
Jeez, a lot's happening at the moment.
Though she faced the not at all trifling matter of the Nilfgaardian invasion, Meve agreed to settle the dispute. Reynard, who knew the history of every Lyrian and Rivian family 7 generations back, served as her advisor.
No doubt I would find for the Cartwrights. They are in the right here, as regards the title to the land. Yet your grace must consider, the Mansfields have ever served the crown and never delayed payment of tribute. Whereas the Cartwrights are litigious charlatans who owe the royal treasury thousands, many thousands.
Oof. So, the Cartwright, I'm guessing, is the one who had the sawdust in the flour. They're right. Cartwrights, they are in the right here as regards to title land. Your Grace must consider the Mansfields have ever served the crown and never delayed payment of tribute. To be divided. Grant Mansfield, the orchard. Confused, who's who? Yeah, fuck it, let's order the orchard to be divided.
From what I've gathered, you've both burdens on your conscience,
said the Queen.
And I've neither the time nor the inclination to ascertain who started this feud. You will split the orchard in 2, make do with half a piece.
But my Queen...
Should my judgment displease you, Mansfield, I can always incorporate the land into the crown.
The Queen's threat silenced the feuding lords, yet it failed to bring their conflict to a close. In a few years' time, they were at one another's throats yet again.
I don't care.
You bloated ass bladder! We'd have managed it ourselves, I told you. But no, judgment. You had to have judgment. You demanded it.
Well, I could not care less. I could try, but I don't. I'm sure that's a nice little bonus for people who do play multiplayer stuff, but I'm having enough trouble with single player to even dream about going to multiplayer. Not that I even want to. People who play card games online are freakishly good. I tend to stay away. There's another puzzle over here. Maybe we're going to do that. Since they're giving us, like, decent cards now. Decent-ish. Oh jeez, it's a wyvern. Kill the wyvern. If there are no cows left, lose the battle. Okay. Every 2 turns on turn start, consume a random cow.
Try to win them all, but you won't.
Oh, and get more health in the
One goat.
in the meantime.
Give me a time.
Her Majesty knows what she's doing.
Easy peasy. First try. For real this time. Oh, didn't really give us anything though. I'm guessing because it was a bit easier than usual. Right. I think that may have been a gentleman's aid recipe. Recipe. Oh my god, I can't bother to walk so fast traveling. Not that it's really that far, but still. What you doing over there, sneaking around?
On their way to the capital, Meave and company happened one fine day upon a lone rider. Had I been at her side, I would immediately have recognized his passionate gaze and altogether chivalrous mien.
Identify yourself, sir, and your intent.
Ache of Denel I am dubbed, and my design I never conceal. The good book says the world is a garden which the gods once conferred upon man, and we men have this garden neglected. In consequence, all manner of filth has made its lair here. Drowners, ghouls, and other kobolds. I have sworn ne'er to rest until the day when, with the gods' help, I have rid the world of these beasts and pests. I wander all lands, seeking out evil, and facing it in mortal combat.
Who do we spy? A knight-errant?
Just as likely a madman. How goes your hunt? Caught the trail of any monster?
Monster? Too fair a term by far. An exceptionally vile worm has made its lair in nearby caverns. It is said to be the very distillation of filth. A slithering horror. A mélange of the macabre. Its head, that of a wild cat of Ophir. Its maw full of spiked teeth. The wings of a bat it is said to have. The tail of a scorpion, and from it a thick venom drips. Learned men call this variety a manticore, or mardiacore.
Perhaps it will be most prudent, then, to send for a witcher.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
A witcher? Soulless automatons they are, all. Feeding on common folks' fears. What they demand gold to do, I perform without demand of any coin.
There's a good fucking reason they demand coin, you pleb.
Sir Ake, far be it from me to discourage you. Your endeavour is noble, no doubt. But from what I have heard, manticores are exceedingly dangerous beasts.
To defeat this filth alone could be a difficult task, I'll not deny. Yet try it I must, for it is what I have sworn before the god.
I shall help you if you then join us.
We shall help you find and fight the Manticore, provided you then pledge to help us fight an even fiercer and filthier beast.
Of course, my lady. Yet what manner of horror is it? A viper? A griffin? A drake of some rare form?
Were it only. 'Tis a beast of 1,000 heads, covered in black armor, its fire consuming whole villages.
They love their dramatic, just their dramatics.
Noble lady. I know bestiary is only in parts, yet I've seen some of the world, and never have I heard of such a terror.
You need but look about you, and spot Nilfgaard's legions.
Devastating. But you must forgive me, Your Grace. This struggle between realms is not one to which I can lay a hand.
Fair enough.
If such is your view, I shall not the care you show for my folk I greatly appreciate, Sir Ake of Denel. Godspeed.
And to you, Your Majesty.
Sound like such an old man.
Not a scrap. Nothing to bury.
Oh, and we can't do it because we said no. You know what? I'm okay with that. I really wish there was a sprint button. Was it the skeletons down? Oh, I missed it. Oh well. Skeletons. Yeah, they are.
One of them golden stones belongs on the side of my own ship.
Don't mind me. Camp rules. No pissing in the fire, no shitting next to the tents, no shouting at dawn. You break the rules, I break your legs. Fair enough. As someone who is usually trying to get to sleep at dawn, I appreciate that last rule. Go. Your Majesty, Lippy Goodman's soldiers, our warriors, have started a brawl at the tavern. They've broken pitchers, drained all the barrels of ale, even eaten the innkeep's cat. The fuck? They're dancing in revelries in celebration of their recent victory over a Nilfgaard division, and they show no sign of slowing down. What are your orders? Seems they're itching for a fight, said a few soldiers, bring them to order. Excuse me.
What's a folk moving about of late? Fairly. Is your Majesty also... Is your...
Rather calm. Although old people tend to be...
One evening, soldiers brought before Meve the elf she had saved from a lynching. It seemed he had been the fiend who had poisoned the water barrels from which several soldiers had drunk, then suffered and died.
Yes, I did it. And I regret it not one bit.
Seethed the elf.
Nilfgaardian, Temerian, some brute from Lyria, you Dwan are all alike. I detest you. All of you, your filth for what you wrought with my brethren. I'm proud. I am that even a few of your kind perished at my hand. Hail and Shay.
Meve pursed her lips into a thin white line. Reynard knew the expression. It did not bode well.
I should drag you to the capital. Hang you high in the market square.
Meve said through gritted teeth.
Yet this you would want. Am I right? For your folk to speak of you? For your folk to remember? Well, you shan't have it. You'll hang here, in the middle of nowhere, with but crows to witness it and then pick at your eyes.
It was a summary execution. No sentence was read, no last wish observed. The elf's corpse then hung long at the roadside, as none came forth to claim and bury it.
Jesus. Oh my god, there he is. Usually, I'd be pretty pissed at being betrayed like that. But, I don't know. The elves did... well, all the non-human races suffered so much that it's kind of... it's hard to be angry at them for wanting revenge. Okay. Oh yeah, we got this other card. Destroy the highest ally and play 2 allies. Oof. No, I'm good. That seems kind of bad.
We welcome you home, your Majesty. Prince Willem awaits your return, your grace.
Yeah, he has some freaking explaining to do. Why he's had his
at last, your grace.
thumb up his
We
arse.
shall not enjoy it long, I fear. Soon we must face the black-clads in the field.
Yet a moment's peace we will have. After that drubbing you gave them at Dravograd, they'll wish to rethink their strategy.
Section end. Oh, you're approaching an important moment in your journey. If you choose to continue, you will not be able to resume any unfinished activity in this area. Yeah, I'm good.
Meve had ridden out of Lyria in early spring, her retinue modest, as none larger was needed for the brief summit of sovereigns. She returned now to her capital, at the head of an army that dragged behind it bandits and Nilfgaardian prisoners in chains. The whole city came out to greet her. Its traders, craftsfolk, priests. Also, her eldest son and heir, Prince Willem. A boy who, it seemed, might never be prepared to rule.
Yeah, I mean, it looks kind of funny, but I think... I mean, you can kind of think of Pokemon, where you have your party, but you just never get to see it. That's kind of what it is. So we have an entourage, they're just, like, invisible. It does kind of make it seem a little less... Like, it doesn't even look like we have an army with us, but we do.
Meve and Willem
Could look a
rode
lot
side
better, I
by
think.
side past the cheering throngs, their faces frozen in regal smiles. It was not until they reached the castle stables that they found a corner in which to speak freely, candidly.
Welcome home, Mother. Content I am to see you, to be sure.
And I'm happy to see you. Though I dare say I'd have been much happier to witness you leading an army towards Dravigrad. Willem, I trusted you. Left the realm in your care.
Indeed. And I, in turn, did my utmost to choose the best course for...
Oh my god, did he do what what I think he
Willem,
did?
don't be so damned courtly. There's no one else here. My son. Nilfgaard has invaded our home. We're at war. When rulers don't strive and don't choose, when rulers grab their swords and shields and ride out to defend their subjects.
You didn't let me finish.
All right. Say what you wanted to, please.
I feared I'd be hasty, Mother, and I didn't want to be. When we got word of the invasion, the lords convened at the castle. They demanded I hear them out. They wanted to give me counsel. If I'd rushed into the field to confront the foe, I'd have been half blind to the situation, not known all the options I had at my disposal.
A ruler never knows all the options. Yet he must decide and act nonetheless. I need to prepare. I'll see you at the Council of Peers.
And indeed she did, when the peers convened in the throne room. Surrounded by animal hides and Zerrikanian tapestries,
Something tells me our
the
son's a
Lord
bit of a
stood
coward.
in tense silence, awaiting the queen. When her figure filled the doorway, they fawningly prostrated themselves.
We've myriad matters to resolve, so I trust you're well rested. Whatever the case, I've no doubt we shall meet the dawn afore we're done. Firstly, we must ask assistance. Pen a letter to King Demavend. Scribe, take this down. Dear... What? Uncle? Cousin? Blast. Again. I, Meve, by the god's grace, sovereign of Rivia and...
Your Grace, Mother, the peers and I, we've come to propose another solution.
Uh-oh.
Yes? Out with it.
We wish to acknowledge Nilfgaard's authority, pledge fealty to the Emperor.
I fucking knew it. I knew they were going to say that. And I'm gonna guess that Meve is gonna hang them both? Look at her face. Oh,
I
no.
beg your pardon.
The black-clad hordes outnumber our forces manyfold, and they're far better equipped. We stand not the slightest chance against them in open...
You will not lecture me about Nilfgaard's army, my son. All you know of them you garnered from coloured renderings, whereas I faced them at Dravigrad. I faced them and crushed them.
But your grace, the losses. For this fleeting victory in which you delight, how many of your subjects had to perish? Bend a knee afore the Emperor, and you shall spare thousands.
Nay, never! Understood, Caldwell? Not ever!
I'd hoped to persuade you, but it seems I've failed. Nonetheless, the die's been cast. We've signed the accord with Nilfgaard. Our noble lords stand with me.
The blood left Meve's face, She had realized her son, who had ever professed to detest politics and shirked his duties as crown prince, had just stabbed her in the back.
Oh god.
As had her entire court.
What is this?
I think he
Treason to
may
my
have
eyes.
died.
The gallows is what awaits you.
Willem rules Lyria now. And should you not acquiesce and approve the accord, I fear only you, milady, shall have the pleasure to meet the hangman.
Oh my fucking...
Don't get ahead of yourself, Caldwell. My mother will not be harmed. Not one hair on her head. Understood? Confine the Queen to the tower.
You err deeply, my son.
I see much bloodshed in our future.
Gilded armor she had traded for a simple robe. A courtly retinue for a swarm of rats. She was the very picture of misery. At the window of her cell, gripping the bars, Meve stood powerless. Her anger so great she wept and wailed. Her Lyria was free no more.
Oh, is it going to go through all of them? Yeah. Yep.
Have I come at a bad time?
I'm going to choke you to death, you fucking traitorous
Demons
pig.
take you, Caldwell. You've long been at this scheme, haven't you? You left the strays of Sparla to roam the realm, to forage, so that I would have to look to them. And thus gained your cohorts the time they needed to complete Lyria's sail to Nilfgaard.
You've seen through it all, that's clear. After the fact, of course. But still.
Okay, this is a betrayal that I'm not so dismissive of. I'm going to kill you at the first fucking chance.
Willem, you turned him. How?
And you know what would make this better? Not being a fucking card game. Well, technically, yeah, her son has overthrown her, but because all the nobles are in line, it's legal? Or, yeah. So basically, Meve has been shafted pretty bad by her court.
The boy's not fit to wear the crown. Hasn't sufficient wit nor valor. I know this. You know this. Just, he knows it not. Willem fancied himself a statesman. Wished terribly to prove he was one. I made it possible. I've been amply rewarded, I have. Palatine since just yesterday, in fact.
You'll have neither my blessing nor congratulations. Sorry to disappoint you.
I seek neither. I've come for another reason. To bid you adieu. Willem does not seek your death. Does not even fathom it, as you well know. Moreover, his resolve will wilt in time, and he'll wish to free you. So, come the morn, when the young king rides out to pledge fealty afore General Ep Dahi, you shall use your bed linens to hang yourself.
Right.
I see. You wish to see me bow afore you, lie prostrate, beg you for mercy. Plough yourself with a pike, Caldwell. And you needn't send your thugs. I'll not falter nor hesitate. I'll take my own life.
Adieu, your grace, and use your last evening wisely.
Meve felt a rush of despair, yet bit her lip to mute any weeping. No, she would not give Caldwell the satisfaction. Morning arrived with the sound of footsteps in the corridor. Meve rose from her cot and stood in the center of her cell. She was prepared for anything. Well, nearly anything.
The Duke of Dogs.
Titles seem senseless under the circumstances, don't you think? Let's forgo them. I'm Gascon.
Has Caldwell sent you? To kill me?
No and a no. Actually, you're free.
What?
How shall I put this? That cad, Count Caldwell, used yours truly and the strays as bait in a scheme aimed at kicking your shapely backside off your throne.
That's a very strange way to say she has a nice butt. And also... yeah, okay.
Now, I'm hardly vindictive. First to forgive, in fact. Take your threat to send me to the gallows. Forgotten already. Yet being played for a fool, I cannot abide. So when the strays freed me, I knew what I'd do to spite the Count afore I disappeared. I'd free you. That's to say, on one condition. You've got to request it of me, my lady. Courteously.
Alright.
For my realm, I will do this, and much, much more. Even bow afore a brigand. Thus I beg you, Gascon, Duke of Dogs, grant me my freedom.
Ha! Incredible! I've lived to see someone grovel with dignity. True ruler you've got to be. You are free.
And grateful. Now please let me pass. I must get to the city jail at once.
Would you look at this woman? Free her from one prison, she flies off to the next.
They hold Reynard there. And if I've any ally left, anyone who's not betrayed me, it's him. I must get him out.
Hold, my lady. Unarmed? Alone?
Have I any other option?
In a sense. See, they locked a few strays in the city pits too. Got a common cause, I'd say. Care to join forces?
The Queen took Gascon up on his offer. Then she, Gascon,
I guess we
and the
didn't have a
strays
choice.
snuck through the city to its dungeon. Reynard had not wavered for a moment in his devotion to the Queen. Never the slouch, he had also not lost any time.
I've inquired among the other arrested soldiers. Many are prepared to fight, even die at your side, your grace.
Seems they may yet get their chance. But now we must flee. All of us.
Yet in leaving the jail, the company ran into trouble. When Caldwell's cutthroats had failed to find Meve in her cell waiting for her secret execution, they had informed the Count. He, in turn, dispatched patrols into the streets. The Queen and her cohorts ran into one such unit.
Blast. We shan't outrun them. To arms!
And thus Lyrian stood against Lyrian. At first Meve fought only to stun, to wound, not to kill. Yet she quickly realized the soldiers opposite her held no such reservations. These men, who had saluted her but a few days before, and whose faces she knew well, would pull no punches, soften no blows. Meve had no choice but to follow suit. Find an escape route. Once the escape route is found, gain more points than the opponent within 3 turns. Right.
Gascon? Bloody hell, where'd he get to?
Your grace, we must make haste. Caldwell's roused the whole city by now.
Shh. Man, I can't... As much as I like Gwent, which admittedly is a bit, I have been known to spend a decent amount of time playing Gwent in the main game. I'm really enjoying this story, and it's so bizarre to go from like this really intense story to playing a card game. I don't know. I feel like maybe it should be one of those turn-based thingies, like an XCOM type thing maybe instead, but I've certainly played worse. Reinforcements. How do I...
There's a time to reap, a time to sow, and a time to die.
Choose all allies' loyal abilities.
Sod it. Sod it all.
How the fuck am I supposed to know which is which?
Aye. Don't
traders.
Oh my god.
Should have listened to the old lady. Didn't think I'd leave you just like that, did you?
Honestly, I did.
Cursed traders.
Oh, is that a way out? City gates will shut and the movie has less power points to lose. Okay, so we just have to keep more points.
This harvest, we'll be reaping black-clad heads.
Again and again and again.
Your Grace.
Oh my god.
What guarantee do we have that they won't stab us in the back?
This could hurt.
Alright, no worries, Kendall. Or not, I guess. We should be able to keep our points above. Above theirs. Hopefully.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
Fire doesn't really seem to be doing anything.
Oh, Lady Margarita told us of this.
Watch your heads.
We win.
I thank you, Gascon. You and your men, for your aid.
'Tis nought, my lady. Strays never say no to a proper brawl.
No brawl this was. Sun rising against Mother. Lyrian striking at Lyrian. I fear a blood war's begun.
Come now. Seems to me the war's ended. Your realm's lost to Nilfgaard. You've no army to speak of.
Then I shall assemble a new one. And with it have Caldwell hanged, and drive Nilfgaard back across the Yaruga.
You're mad. How will you find the men? Riding from hamlet to hamlet, speaking from atop a crate?
Yes.
No. I shall find them in Edern. I've a favour to call in with King Demavend, and I'll sway volunteers to my cause on the way.
Well, you've your first willing warriors already.
How so?
We've nothing left in Lyria. Our hideouts are compromised, Caldwell's sure to set a price on our heads, and Nilfgaardians roam the land in numbers. Besides, I'll be right tickled to see proud Queen Meve fighting elbow to elbow with a bandit she'd wish to hang just a half day afore.
Well, it is said my foe's foe is my friend. And I'd be a fool to turn down assistance now, no matter who offers. So be it.
Cool. Oh, his animation on the card is so creepy.
Very high-minded of you, my lady. So, shall we shake on't? Nay? Well then, the high road beckons. Though first we must escape the city with our lives. Follow me.
Lyria was hers no more. Meve now had to flee her capital and realm as quickly as she could. Wont to travel the city streets in a gilded carriage, the Queen now saw them from a slightly different vantage point.
Is this the only way? Are you quite certain? The Queen
is a common fugitive now, so she'd do better to pinch her nose and whinge not at all.
At long last, Meve reached the gate. Yet this she found shut tight, locked and guarded.
Gods be damned!
Easy, your grace. Nothing we can't solve with a quiver full of quarrels.
Those are our men.
They were, Reynard, were.
Gascon's raiders were poised to loose their bolts, but were thwarted when the Queen stepped out in front of them.
What she... Your Majesty? I've orders to arrest your grace.
Place me in irons, then.
Please understand, I haven't a choice.
Fear not. You'll be rewarded by Caldwell in Nilfgaardian Florens.
The captain's head dropped. His cheeks burned crimson.
Go, your grace. Flee now, but only to return.
Remember this, Gascon. I'm no fugitive. I'm a queen, robbed of her rightful crown. And though I may need to venture to the world's end before I return, I shall have it back.
Having fled Lyria, Queen Meve ventured into Edirn, her old friend Reynard and new ally Gascon at her side. The war had bitten into this land too. Still, Meve hoped to sway King Demavend to her cause, and with his aid, to oust the traitors, retake her throne, and drive the Nilfgaardian invader from her realm. Yet to start, she was forced to fight, Scoia'tael no less. Emerging from a wood, Meve's retinue encountered a unit of elven rebels just moments from hanging a handful of prisoners. Among the latter, the Queen spotted a woman, a proud warrior with a striking, thick black braid.
The lass I believe I know.
Well, unless we rush to her rescue, it'll soon be you knew her.
Well said. Lyrians, attack!
I don't really have time to do this. Hopefully this will be quick. Eliminate Scoia'tael, do not let Black Rayla die.
Hang the butcher! Valoa!
She can't breathe, your grace. We must rush to her aid.
Painful this'll be.
Ah, I see, okay.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
That was quick. That's good.
The Scoia'tael warriors shocked the Queen with their speed, their cunning, and their cruelty. Yet in the end, the Lyrians prevailed. When the last elf hit the ground, the Queen had her men untie those they'd sought to hang.
1,000 thanks, your grace. Heard many tales of your valor. Pleased to see there weren't just flattery and propaganda.
Black Rayla. Hagar, we saw you there. You command King Demavend's special forces.
That's right. Though not many remain to command.
So I see. How did it come to this?
My liege sent me to wipe out a Scoia'tael band, led by a rat called Eldane. Followed the vermin's tracks for several days. Straight into his trap, turned out.
Hunting elves in the woods. Truly inspired, I must say.
Had no choice. Doing nothing would have brought us surer, swifter doom. The Blackclad have invaded Edirn. Thanks to elven aid. They snap our supply lines, lurk like dogs, prey on vulnerable units and scouts.
So we're not going to be getting much help from Edirn.
You mean to say Nilfgaard's broken your defences?
Aye. Though their march will soon halt, believe me. To advance, they'll have to take Rosberg, a stronghold that's yet to fall once. They'll break against its walls like waves upon the rocks.
While Edirn stands, the north is not yet lost.
I'll convey your grace's words to the king at the first occasion.
I'd rather hope to convey them myself. I have come to Edirn seeking aid. I wish to ask Demavend for support.
The king is in Rosberg, overseeing siege preparations. I'm heading that way too to report on our skirmish with the Scoia'tael. I might serve as your guide. These lands I know better than any.
Cool.
Excellent. Guide on.
Alright, we're back out in the open. It's actually like a lot of money and a lot of shit. Alright, well, I think we will leave it at that for tonight. Oh, ouch. It's cracked my heel against my chair. Yeah, okay, so hopefully tomorrow night I'm not going to be getting these weird freezes we've been getting. And we're going to finish off, or at least try and finish off, Control. I think we've got the DLCs to take care of, and then that'll be that done. And we can move on to something else. So, I'm going to go. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it, and enjoy the rest of your day. Or night, whichever it is. And I will see you, when I see you, I guess. Okay, bye-bye.